elk for me starts with the significance of Valentine's Day. Each year around February 14th, that equals the time in which I apply for the online elk lottery. So when I see pink hearts and boxes of chocolates in the grocery store, I know that I get to go do that. So why elk hunt? It means two things. One, time spent with my father, and the second is time spent cooking healthy elk dishes for friends and family loved ones, which is more important than any romantic candlelit dinner for me. So, ages ago, hunting was a necessary skill in order for people to survive and to eat, and in some areas it still remains the case. However, in Phoenix, Arizona, it's as easy as us going down to our local grocer or butcher to get meat. There are still some remaining that know the skill and they want to pass it down. Meet my father. My father is a hunter-gatherer of all things. He's the type of man that gets excited when he swats a fly in the kitchen. He prides himself of being able to provide for and protect his family with his own two hands, whether it be through working, building things, hunting, or composting in the garden. I was from a divorced family growing up. I didn't know my father, so I had the opportunity to reconnect with him later on in life. Unfortunately, we didn't really share much in common other than being cold in that last photo. So one thing I learned was that there's a significance for hunters to pass down their ways and their knowledge to somebody, whether it be family or a close friend. And so hunting with my father was a way for me to reunite with him. So I learned the steps of hunting. Step one, send an out-of-office reply, because you're about to be off the grid for a solid week. If it's urgent, you can tell them to contact your vegan eating tofu assistant. Step two, you have to practice, practice, practice. Try to simulate the real deal as much as possible. Dave & Buster's is a great way to ease into it. You get to hunt exotic animals such as wildebeest and kudu, but eventually you want to graduate into a real shooting range. Step three, set your alarm for 4 a.m. and go quietly hiking into the wilderness, go around, hunt, come back, take a cat nap, go back out, maybe sit in a blind hunt, then come back, eat, sleep, wake up, repeat. However, catnapping in the blind is not recommended to do at the same time. Turns out snoring scares away all wildlife except for squirrels. And photos of you taking a cat nap while hunting will be posted on Facebook and in front of the Ignite Phoenix audience. Sorry, Dad. Then there are moments when you literally find yourself walking in your father's footsteps, hunting in search of elk, and you're communicating for hours upon hours without saying a word through this made-up sign language you learn. It's really special. Step four, the significance of hunting fashion. Make sure to wear a little bit of blaze orange. You don't want to get shot by other hunters, and the elk are colorblind, so they can't see that. It's very important. It's important to stay warm, be cute. It matters to the elk. Step five, you must enjoy. This is the most important step, and one of the things my father taught me about having a successful hunt doesn't necessarily mean that you fulfill your tag. That's killing something. It means enjoying each other, being safe. But with a good shot goes the spoils. Feeding your friends and family something that you've worked hard for is so fulfilling. It's such a beautiful thing. Being able to put meat on the table makes even the ugly parts of hunting and exhaustion enjoyable. So have an elk fest. Invite all your friends over and eat-a-mus anything elk-a-mus. Elk can bring people together. You can make elk stroganoff, elk kebabs, elk sliders, elk pizza. You have elk lasagna. You have spaghetti and elk balls. You have elk kebabs, elk chili, elk dip. You have elk tacos, elk burritos, elk enchiladas. You know, so move over, beef. My elk hasn't been locked up on some smelly Angus ranch. My elk has been running around God's green nature, feeding off completely organic food. And I know right now quinoa and kale are all the rage, but if you're a meat eater, this is a really healthy, lean, and humane alternative to beef. So are you hungry yet? You can do, hey, I should get together with Colin and his fire triangle, and we should ignite some elk. You have bacon-wrapped elk. You have elk Wellington. You can even do scrambled eggs and elk. What about elk as dessert? You could do chocolate-covered elk. So just like serving a salad on the table with some tomatoes that you've homegrown from your garden, there's nothing more biologically instinctual fulfilling than kind of getting back to the basics of the land and doing that. So again, we have the significance of elk leading to Valentine's Day, food, family, fashion, love, and legacy. All roads lead back to elk. Thank you.
Bye.